Good morning, students. So we already studied the air brake circuit breaker and also air blast circuit breaker. In air blast circuit breaker we saw two types of air blast, cross blast and the axial one. After that, today we will see one more in air blast circuit breaker, that was compressed air system for air blast circuit breaker. Here you can see the schematic arrangement to represent the compressed air system. So the air reservoir in the air blast breaker contains air of pressure of the order of 20 to 30 kg force per centimeter. Here the air reservoir, it has two, this is the main reservoir. This air pressure is maintained by these reservoirs for 4 to 12 repeated operation. When the pressure in the air reservoir of the circuit breaker reduces below a certain value like 20 kgf per centimeter square, the pneumatic valve opens, the pneumatic valves opens and automatically and air is allowed to enter in the air reservoir from compressed air system at high temperature. Right? Here the pressure in the air reservoir is then maintained at a desired value. The size of this compressor depends upon the number of circuit breakers, the number of makes and breaks expected and amount of air to be used in each make and break. The compressor feeds the air at high pressures into the main reservoir through the oil filters and also water filters. So here we have only one condition, that is we have to maintain the air pressure in these reservoirs, and if the pressure is below a certain value reduces, then it will automatically by opening pneumatical valve it is go in the air reservoir. Now the advantages of this type of compressed air blast circuit breaker, it like no fire hazards are possible with this type of circuit breakers. The high speed operation is achieved. The time for which arc persists is short. Thus the arc get extinguished very early. As arc duration is short and consistent, the amount of heat released is less and the contact points are burned to a less extent. So life of this type of circuit breaker is increased. The extinguished medium in this type of circuit breaker is compressed air, which is supplied fresh at each operation. The arc energy at each operation is less than that compared with oil circuit breaker. So air blast circuit breaker is most suitable where frequent operation is required. This type of circuit breaker is almost maintenance free. It also provides facility of high speed reclosure. The stability of this system is can be well maintained. Now let's see the disadvantages. If a air blast circuit breaker is to be used for frequent operation, it is necessary to have a compressor with sufficient capacity of high pressure air. The maintenance of compressor and other related equipments is required. There is possibility of air leakages at the pipe fitting. It is very sensitive to restriking voltage. Thus, current chopping may occur, which may be avoided by employing resistance switching. So these are the main disadvantages of compressed air blast circuit breaker. Now where it can be used, the applications. The air blast circuit breakers are preferred for arc furnace duty and traction system because they are suitable for repeated duty. Thus, these type of circuit breakers are finding their best application in system operating range of 132 kV to 400 kV with braking capacity up to 7000 MVA. Now, let's see oil circuit breaker. So for oil circuit breaker, we can say there are one of the oldest type of circuit breaker which employs all oil as arc quenching medium. The contact of the circuit breakers are separated in the oil. The bubbles of gas are formed which prevent restriking of the arc after the current reaches 0 point of the cycle. There are two types of oil circuit breakers. Circuit breakers using large quantity of oil or the bulk oil circuit breakers, and the circuit breakers using minimum quantity of oil called minimum oil circuit breakers. After the current 0, the oil moves in the arc space, which is an important part of the action of an oil circuit breaker, which may be affected by the pressure developed due to natural head of oil above contacts, the pressure generated by the action of arc current itself, and the pressure developed by external parameters. So using these categories we can make our three categories. First is plain brake oil circuit breakers, then self generator pressure oil circuit breakers, or we can say self blast circuit breakers, and last one is externally generated pressure oil circuit breakers, means force blast oil circuit breakers. Let's see first plain brake oil circuit breaker. So it consists of strong weather tight earth tank containing oil up to certain level and air above the oil level. Both the fixed and moving contacts are immersed in oil. When the contacts are separated, an arc is struck between the contacts with production of large amount of heat. This will increase the temperature to near about 5000 centigrade, which will vaporize the oil into gases such as hydrogen with small percentage of methane, ethylene and acetylene. With the withdrawal of moving contacts, arc length increases and gas formation rate decreases as temperature lowers. When the distance between fixed contact and moving contact reaches at critical value, the arc gets extinguished at some current 0. So here the circuit of single brake oil circuit is shown, and the other one is double brake oil circuit breaker. The in and out of the current is through the terminal bushing. Here in and out in the terminal bushing there is only one arc which is struck between the fixed and moving contact. The current breaks at one bushing and the moving contact is supported by the other bushing through the sliding contacts. Now here we have one for double brake oil circuit breaker. The principle of this type of circuit breaker is shown here. There are two fixed contacts associated with terminal bushing and which makes contacts with the moving contact during normal operating condition. The lever containing the moving contacts can be operated with the help of crank. When the contacts are separated, two arcs are drawn. Thus, there are two brakes in series. This can achieve rapid arc lengthening, which eliminates the need for a specially fast moving contact speed. But this introduces unequal voltage distribution across the brakes with uneven sharing of total interrupting duty. One brake may take 70 to 80% of the interrupting duty. When such a breaker interrupts an earth fault, the recovery voltage is not equally divided between the two brakes. This statement can be very well understood by considering the equivalent electrical circuit shown in here. This is shown as with equivalent circuit. Here C1 represent capacitance between fixed and moving contacts and C2 represent capacitance between moving contacts and earth. So let I be the fault current. So from the figure we can say V1 equal to 1 upon omega C1 volts and V2 equal to 1 upon omega summation of C1 plus C2 volts. So here if we take C1 as 10 parafarad and C2 as 40 picofarad, being a typical value in practical, then V1 divided by V2, we can put the substitute of these values V1 and V2. So omega will get cancelled out and C1 plus C2 divided by C1. It will give us V1 equal to 5 times of V2. So we can say that about 83% of system voltage appear across gap and only 70% appears across the different gap. In order to equalize the voltage across the gap, the high resistance or capacitance are connected across them like this. So let a capacitor of 50 picofarad be connected as shown here, C3. Now V1 will become 1 upon C1 plus C2, 1 up C1 plus C3, and V2 will become 1 upon omega into summation of C1 plus C2 plus C3. So it will give us the value like this. So V1, now V1 is only equal to 1 plus 66 times V2, and the equivalent circuit natural, it will give us V1 equal to 5 times of V2. So we can decrease the value up to this extent by applying connecting more value of picofarad capacitance parallel. So if value of C3 is chosen to be high, then the difference between V1 and V2 we can also further reduce. Instead of capacitors, high value of resistors are used, it will also cause damp. So the resistance values are generally of the order of 10,000 to 100,000 ohm. The resistors selected may be non-linear one. Now the factors that affect this type of plain brake oil circuits. So the critical length of the brake, it influences the performance of the circuit breaker. The speed of the contacts movement, in order to extinguish the arc earlier, the speed should be high, therefore double brake circuit breakers are preferred. The head of oil above the contacts, the clearance between live contacts and earth pressurized tank. This factor influenced by increased braking capacity are also considerable head of oil and large clearance. Thus, for large braking capacity, the circuit breaker will be large. Now, for advantages of this type of circuit breaker, the arc energy is easily absorbed by the oil due to its decomposition. The gases formed due to oil decomposition has good cooling properties. The cooling surface formed by surrounding oil is close to the arc. After current 0, a flow of cool oil flows in the contact space which is having dielectric strength. The oil used act as an insulator. We also have some disadvantages here. So there is no special control over the arc other than the increase in length by separating the moving contacts. Hence, large arc length is required for faithful interruption. These breakers have long and inconsistent arcing times. These breakers don't permit high speed interruption. The application of this type of circuit breakers are used for up to 150 MVA capacity and hence installed in low capacity applications having voltage not more than 11 kV. So this is for our plain brake oil circuit breaker. Okay, in next lecture we will see another circuit breaker.